So today we're going to be exploring cinnamon rolls. Yes, cinnamon rolls are one of the nicest and easiest finger foods to actually enjoy on or snack on, but they can be so tricky to make, honestly. And I had a big challenge trying to get it perfect out there. And all through it, I learned some lessons I want to share with you. And I'm going to show you three different ways I actually go about making the cinnamon rolls and at least what I've learned on my journey on perfecting my cinnamon rolls as well. And yeah, cinnamon rolls are always a good treat. Like it's great for your breakfast and stuff. So the first one, I'm just going to use whole milk, any milk preference you like. I added a bit of water in, some sugar in, yeast in, and I'm just going to whisk this up and then get it all mixed up. Then I'm just going to put this aside, but I'm just covering it so that the yeast would kind of rise up quickly. Then I used my flour, the quantities you find in the description section or the button area. Then I just poured out the flour in there. Yes, so you can use pastry flour. You can even try with cake flour because this one, I think I use cake flour for this one. Any flour you want to use is okay. Then I added in some salt. I added in some baking powder and baking soda. Yes, salt is actually optional if you want. Then I added in vanilla essence and then some pineapple essence as well to the liquid part. Then I added all of this into the flour based part. Yes. Then this forms into a dough of a sort. Then at this point, my hand goes in to finish the job. Yes. So this was a little bit tough, but that's okay because then we're going to start adding in the butter to it or margarine or any fat you want to use, whether ghee, any fat you want to use. So this method or this means is also not like bad. It's a great way to go about your cinnamon rolls because when you start with the dough before you add in the margarine, the texture feels very good. Then when you're done, you let it rest and you can see it's all stretchy and all glutenny. That was awesome. Yes. So I just took out the air from it because you need it to rise. Then you know that your cinnamon rolls is not going to be so dense. Yes, so once this is done, I'm now going to like roll it out. Then you can actually continue to put in the cinnamon in there. And this is so fun. Like you could see it was just bouncing. It was just well relaxed. It was just forming nicely. Like, there was no stress with this one. So this is the first type. And I'm just going to roll this out, stretch it out as much as possible because you don't want it to be overly dense when you kind of like do the crepes or the rolls of it. So I'm just going to roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it. Then once I'm done, I put some, you can use margarine, you can use butter, any fat you want to put on it, and then the cinnamon goes onto it. So the margarine or the butter or the fat you're putting on is supposed to help the cinnamon kind of stick onto it. And I use a cinnamon flour for this. Then I kind of rolled it out afterwards. And this was like very soft and it was just looking a bit interesting, but it still came out tasting very well. Then I just cut all through it. Sometimes people will be like, use thread. You don't really need a thread. Just use your knife and just cut it. Use a big knife and cut and go. Life is meant to be easy. Then when I was done, I just sprinkled some sugar on it so that when it's done, you can see the sugar like crisped up on it. Yes, that is one thing about it. And you want to leave some spaces in between your cinnamon because it's going to puff up. Yes, and at this point, I'm just going to heat the oven 200 degrees Celsius for like 10-15 minutes for it to be hot enough. Then my pastry goes in. Then I can put it at 180 degrees. And yeah, 180 is fine. Then you can just let it be as it bakes in there. So you realize that when I let it sit to rest, it actually kind of doubled. Then it went into the oven and then you bake it till it's done. That should take about 15 or 20 minutes. It doesn't take long to really bake cinnamon buns. And then you see the beauty in there. That's why I was telling you, make sure you have some space around it because that is going to double up. Now, if you want to make your work easy, you don't have time, please use your stand mixer as well. So my flour goes in, my baking powder goes in, my sugar goes in, my yeast goes in, my baking soda also goes in, and that is just to help things rise. Then once this mixes up, then I add in the butter, then I add in cinnamon. Everything is going in there. Yes, this one I'm adding the cinnamon to to the flour base as well, just to have the taste running all through it. Because the first one, the cinnamon just went into the middle part, but this I wanted it to be all in. Then once everything is well inculcated, now I just change it. Then I use milk in to like form the dough. Yes, so now I've changed the mixing part into the kneading wheel to help me make the dough. Then I'm just going to be adding the milk in bits for it to form a very good like dough in there. And my essence goes in vanilla essence. You can mix it vanilla pineapple. It always gives a good like aroma, be like that. Then once the dough is well stretchy and is well inculcated, then we know that we are good to go. So this was a little bit kind of soft. I think I used too much milk then. But then one thing too is you're going to let this like sit and rest. So it's going to kind of absorb like more of the moisture as it goes as well. But don't worry, if it's too moist, we're going to just add more flour to it as we go ahead. So that's not a problem. So I let this sit, and then this is going to double up. Yes, yes. I did this the night before because I was going to use this the next day. So I just did it the night before, and then to help me kind of roll it out, I sprinkle some flour on the decks, my working table. Then I sprinkle some flour over it, and then with my with the help of my rolling pin, I just rolled it out. And like I said, if it's too soft, you can use the flour to kind of manipulate it once you are done. So that is no problem at all. And you want to really stretch this out as much as possible so that you can get more good layers, and then the taste and everything, like it becomes more even. You don't want it to be too thick, and then it just feels like bread. You can't really feel the cinnamon anywhere. And you can use margarine, you can use butter, anything kind of works. And then I sprinkled the cinnamon on. Usually the cinnamon powder kind of works. And sometimes you can put the sugar in the middle, or you can just sprinkle the sugar all over it instead of sprinkling it on top of it. Now you realize that this one, when I was making it, I was mixing the dough. I didn't really add like much sugar into the dough. So that is why I ended up sprinkling the sugar into it. So that kind of helps like give it that kind of balance in there, because this is a sweet dessert or a sweet snack, or yeah, something kind of like that. So once you're done, just close it as well. So I'm just pinching the ends to be able to close it properly. I'm sprinkling a little bit of flour so that it doesn't stick to my board. You realize the first one I did, it was sticking to the board because I didn't use any flour on the board. Then once I'm done, I just use my knife, cut. Then I just arrange this on my baking sheet. I left a lot of space because this is going to rise, and I wanted this to come out like individually, not like all clanged up together. And then you can also do this with eggs. Yes, if you want very good texture, you have to go in with egg. Because I realized one thing, that over here, because the weather is a bit kind of dried, you make the cinnamon rolls like it's so soft, it's so fluffy, it's awesome. Like some few hours later, 6 hours or 12 hours later, the next day it is all dried up, like the moisture is all gone. And you're like, what happened here? What didn't I do right? It's also about the weather and then those things. So I realized the eggs kind of also help. So the same thing, the flour and the dried ingredients went in. I added in my eggs, and then the milk also went in, and then I added in the vanilla essence, and then everything like was just mixing together. This one, yeah, it is called no hassle kind of cinnamon rolls. Just let your stand mixer do the work for you. So once this is done, I realized this was a little bit too soft because of the eggs and then the milk. So I added in more flour just to get things kind of balanced. But you have all of the quantities that I use in the description button. And then once I was done with this, I pour this into my bowl, and I'm going to cover this up and then let it like puff up or double up. Yes, and I did this the night before because I was going to use it in the next day in the morning. So this is with the eggs, and yes, it still gives you the same kind of vibe, but you know the texture is just a little bit different. And just to help me pick it out, I'm just using the flour because this was like very soft. It was very soft. And the reality is the texture of your dough is going to show in how your cinnamon comes out. If your dough is very kind of hard, is going to come very hard. If your dough is very stretchy, like has more gluten, then your cinnamon is also going to come out with more gluten. Then I just added in the flour just to help me like put it together, fold it up, wrap it together, those kind of things. Then yes, I had to also roll it out. Yes. So with the rolling out, all I need is my rolling pin, and I'm just going to go out to just like, yeah, roll the whole thing out. And you can be singing, roll, roll, roll your boat, life is like a dream. Da 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 da. Yes, yes, yes. You can have fun in the kitchen. So yes, I separated the egg yolks and the egg white because I was going to use the egg white for my mixing. So for this one, instead of using just the sugar and butter, I just mixed egg white, milk, and then margarine or butter, any of them. And then I place it in the middle of it. And that's why for this one, the mixing, I just use just the yolks in there. Then I sprinkled the sugar onto it, and then I rolled it out. Yes, this also gives you very good texture with the inside, and the cinnamon is going to really stick well with this. I think this was one of my favorites I did. Yes, I loved the texture for this, the one with the egg. So if you find yourself in a very kind of dry, cold area, I think the eggs kind of make a difference in your cinnamon rolls. But if you don't take egg, that's okay. You can just skip that part. Then I place it in my tray. For this one, I wanted it to be together. So the space was not so much, which is okay because I wanted it to form like more closer together. Then I made some in the air fryer oven as well. So you can just bake this in your oven or in your air fryer oven. Any of them, you can actually bake it in. So this smaller one went into the air fryer oven, and then the bigger one went into the oven. Then I spread the rest of it onto it. So what the margarine or the butter does in the mixture is it gives a lot glossiness in there. The egg wash, because egg and milk always gives you a very glossy kind of shine as well. So you realize that when this comes out, the difference in the look is so much. So if you're really doing it for a large number, you want it to be more presentable, more interesting, like the egg wash or the egg mix base is the very best like type you can go in. But if you don't take eggs, you can use any of the two methods in there. And if you don't have a stand mixer, you can do it manually like I did in the very first video as well. So I just use the air fryer, use the bake function, and then that's like 200 degrees for 20 minutes, and then that is actually done. With the air fryer, sometimes you may want to flip the base to be sure that the base is also well done. If it's done at the base, then you know that you are good to go. If it's not well done, yes, advise yourself. But then I forgot to mention I preheated the air fryer before it went in. So I didn't really like the base so much. I like it browned. So I flipped it just to make sure that it finishes cooking at the base as well. And this was it, all browned up. Yes, I love them brown, all browned up. And then this was like good to go. So this was the air fryer bit. You can just omit like how brown it is. Yes, it's just up to you. And this was like so good, so soft, so like well to go, which is like awesome to work with. Now with the oven based ones too, that also kind of works. You just heat your oven, and then once your oven is heated, then you just go in with the cinnamon rolls. Yes, so this was quite a big batch because I was doing quite a number. Then you just put it on 180 degrees and you just bake it. So usually when you're heating your oven 200 degrees Celsius for a start for 10 to 15 minutes, and then once it's done, you can just use a 180 degrees. And then once you're baking, one thing you need to keep in mind is to rotate it so that the heat is evenly distributed to all the trays you are working. So at least every 15 minutes, go in to rotate it. That's if you're doing a very large batch. Yes, but this doesn't take you long to bake. Maybe 30 minutes or 45 minutes at worst, it should be done. Yes, and I did the 180 degrees Celsius. So you see so much difference with the color and how this came out. Yes, so this came out like, yes, and this was the second batch, the first stand mix, and then this is the one with the eggs. The one with the eggs, you can see the color from the look. It looks so like it looks so different and so unique. So I hope you did like this video. Until I see you in the next food video, do live life to the fullest. Be joyous, be merry. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share as well. Lots of love from my team and I. Mwah.